Chase. What's up, ladies and gents? I'm your host, CenterStrain01, and I've got a special video for you today. This is something that I've totally overlooked. This has actually been out for, I think, about close to a month, 2 months. I don't know, something like in that. I know you can get this back in July. So this has been out for a little bit of time, right? So what this is, I know a lot of you maybe have heard of a little game called Friday the 13th. If you've played Dead by Daylight, then you're going to understand the gist of this, but everybody knows Friday the 13th. Come on, it's one of the most iconic series ever when it comes to horror, slasher films. But yeah, so what I'm going to be playing today is the virtual cabin. Now, there is no, I'm just going to tell this right now, if you're looking to watch me kill some counselors or things like that, that's not what this is about. This is a little kind of gameplay preview that the game gives you. The game doesn't actually come out until October. You can get this right now. All you have to do is go to the Friday the 13th, the game official page, and you can purchase the virtual cabin. It's a way to kind of get to know how the game's going to look, get to know behind the scenes of the game, behind the scenes of the movies in general. And I thought this would be great for a nice little relaxed live stream to show you guys just some cool stuff. So we're going to go ahead and get in here. Again, this is Friday the 13th, the game virtual cabin. We're going to walk in here. There's all kinds of Easter eggs that we're going to be able to try to discover and find out. That's going to be nice and relaxed. So hopefully you guys enjoy. Thank you for the love and support. Again, if you want to get this, all you got to do is go to the main, just type in Friday the 13th, the video game, and it'll take you to the site, and you can get it. Also, pre-order the game that comes out in October. This is something that the developers have put a lot of time and effort into, and I'm very excited for it. I got to play this game at E3, so I can tell you right now it's going to be great, and if you're a fan of the slasher films, you're going to absolutely love the game. So with that being said, guys, let's go ahead and get in here. Let's do it. Alright, so already you can tell that this, well, maybe you can't tell, but this is actually using the Unreal Engine 4 to render all of this, and it is just absolutely beautiful. This is what the game is going to be looking like, so I cannot... Oh, that scared me right there. Make sure you got headphones on when you're listening to this. It's totally amazing. There's so many really, really cool things that are in here. We're, I believe, a camp counselor, like kind of looking through Jason's cabin. So you're going to notice a lot of things. Like if you stare outside for long enough, you're going to see Jason like walking around. You're going to hear all kinds of noises. Lots and lots of Easter eggs that we're going to try to uncover here. Things from the previous movies. And then we'll point those out when I see them. I'm a huge Friday the 13th fan out of all the films, so I'll do my best to remember what some of these props and things like that, what movies they're actually from. So I think, let's see, if you stare at the window long enough, Jason eventually will appear. I'm not 100% sure how any of this actually works. I just know that it's a pretty cool thing that it just like happens randomly. But we'll look around a little bit and stuff. Just kind of waiting to see if he's ever going to appear. Got the classic Coke can from the 80s. And if you stare at items long enough, it'll like zoom into them, and then it'll do like sound effects and different stuff like this here.
Jason. My special boy. Killed for mother.
Is that not just hilarious or what? And then it zooms back out. It's so cool. I'm going to try to stay here and just look here for like 15 seconds, see if he appears. But without moving. So yeah, we're going to move around. We're actually going to be able to go into Jason's room, which is going to show us some of the character models that are going to be in the actual game. Again, you don't have to get this. This is something that the developers have provided extra for those that are pre-ordering the game. It does cost $15. So if it's, but remember that it's going for a good cause. These are indie developers that don't have AAA budgets and stuff like that. So all that cost goes to the awesome game that we're going to get a chance to play in October. And I'm telling you guys are going to absolutely love it. All right, so if you guys remember, this is from Friday the 13th Part 1, the rain jacket. Let's take a look at some other stuff here while we're looking around here. Just like waiting for Jason to appear like in random places. Fireplace. I think you can sit down. Yeah. There's different rooms that you're going to be able to go into. I don't know if all these rooms are unlocked as of yet. See, isn't that cool? Like, I don't think this is unlocked yet. Oh, it's unlocked. Oh gosh, that just scared me. Alright, so we got the Camp Crystal Lake Counselor's Room. I guess these are some of the characters you're going to get to interact with, like when the game actually releases. They're putting new stuff in every single day, so you're going to see new stuff. Reserved. This guy, you can't wait for that guy to die. Just because he's wearing the old shirt over the shoulders. Classic 80s right there. I guess there's a couple of other characters too that you're going to be able to play as you can see, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 characters that are 6, 7 characters that are reserved. So that means it's not showing you all of the characters yet. This is from Friday the 13th Part 1, if you remember, the arrow scene. Oh my gosh, this is fun. Oh my! That's hilarious. We just walked right into it and it made that little sound effect. I'm sure there's probably a lot of stuff that you could like kind of mess around in this area that we don't know about. Anybody remember the famous sleeping bag kill? Actually, look on your settings. I should be streaming this in 1440p. Let me know if it's actually streaming in 1440 on. Should be on Twitch and on YouTube streaming in 1440. Well, you won't see that on Twitch, but. Oh my God! Oh my God! Thank God it's the daytime. All right, so there's not much to check out in this room here. Still waiting for Jason to come around. Yeah, who is the wise guy decided to put me into a Friday the 13th situation? Hey, make sure right now, guys, some of you are out there, if you've got Twitter, it will be really fun if you tweet the developers of this game, let them know that I am streaming this virtual cabin right now, and let's see if we can bring them in here. That would be so awesome. Like, you should be able to find at Friday the 13th game, or they should have a main handle. The ones that are actually in charge of the game. So let's look around a little bit more. I do know there are a few special things that you can do. One of them is if you look at these books, it should after a while zoom in. Alright, that's how you know it's working, and once it zooms in. It does it all itself. It's not you controlling the zoom in. Maybe I'm not in the right spot. There we go. Oh my god, I don't know why just seeing them right there almost scared the crap out of me. And now the last book, which is actually pretty funny. This is Necronomicon from the Evil Dead, right? And there's like a typewriter that just went off. So like there's all kinds of little tiny things that you could go around and exploring. I'm still waiting to see Jason. I know he's gonna... Oh my god, there he is! Oh my god! My gosh. Did that just... Oh my gosh. I don't know why that scared the shit out of me, but it did. Oh my gosh. I know, I'm such a pansy, huh? I think you can play the piano too. Is that it? Oh yeah, look, it's the Friday the 13th theme. I'm like just waiting for Jason to appear behind me or something. I don't know why, and it's scaring the crap out of me. Alright, so as you can see, this is the bathroom, right? It's locked right now, which means eventually it's gonna be able, you're gonna be able to go into it, but right now it's not available just yet. Like I said, some rooms are available and some are not. I'm gonna shut this door because every time I see these guys, it's like freaking me out. Alright, let's sit down at the... Now, we did hear a typewriter, right? Now look, there's something in the typewriter. Was that... It wasn't in the typewriter before, was it? So, the Pamela Voorhees tapes. Tape 1, June 15th. Let's see, cue for next page. Oh my god. Oh my god, he's he's still coming. Oh wow, yeah. Alright, I'm trying to figure out how to go to the next page because I'm using a controller. Alright, there we go. So this is the Pamela Voorhees tapes. It's a little bit hard to read this though. But it should be on there long enough for you guys to pause it. Maybe when the video is live on YouTube, you guys could read this. Unless you want me to read it now. Let me know in the comments if you actually want me to sit and read this, like act it out or whatever. We're just having fun here, you know. What was that? I don't know why this shit has scared me so much. That is just too much for me. That's too much for me. Oh, alright.
Or maybe you're not. Or maybe you are. But probably not. Hey, my name is Randy Greenback from Gun Media. I'm the executive director of Friday the 13th, The Game. On behalf of everyone at Gun Media, Ilphonic, Crystal Lake Entertainment, our horror legends, of course, Kane Hodder, Tom Savini, Harry Manfredini, Sean Cunningham, and Horror Inc., I'd like to welcome you to the digital Camp Crystal Lake Cabin Retreat and Interactive Dev Diary. Damn, that was a mouthful. So, make yourself at home. Wander around. You've already found the radio, right? Just continue checking out the rest of the cabin. Look around while you listen to this, and I'll tell you a little bit about how this all started. But first, let me tell you what this is all about. So this cabin that you're in right now is basically a museum for the game. You're also going to see it come to life over the next few months. You're going to see it expand. You're going to see new content added as the game itself grows and gets bigger. So be ready. We're going to add more rooms, and in those rooms there'll be things like Jason or many Jasons. We'll have a counselor room for you to check out all the latest and greatest counselors that our art team is going to be building. Then also you'll be able to check out the weapons in the game, see all the tools that Jason will use, and counselors might use against Jason, but mainly Jason's going to use them to murder all the teams at Camp Crystal Lake. Later on, we'll add things like another room called the Conservatory, where you'll be able to see all the stuff that comprises the forest and the environment outside of the cabins at Camp Crystal Lake. We're pretty much inviting you behind the scenes, and we want you to do that in the best way possible in the game, right? In the game engine. So we're actually using the Unreal Engine, UE4, for this, as well as the game. So you're getting a taste of what the graphical quality of the game is going to be right now by looking around the cabin. And we're going to show you new things all the time. So check back, boot it up once you've listened to all the songs on the radio and all of the behind the scenes tracks. Take some time, check things out. You can zoom in on any of the objects in the environment, just get up close to them, and see the detail that all the artists at Ilphonic are putting into the game. It's quite amazing. We feel like we're hitting and nailing the look of the movies in the game right now. So you be the judge. Let us know what you think. Hit us up on Twitter. Hit us up on Facebook. Post messages. Let us know your thoughts and how we can make this better. This is all an experiment for us, right? So we don't know of anybody that's done this before. We're putting this out to let you, the fans of the movies and the game, kind of check everything out and see it all come together. That's the goal anyways. So, some of you have been with us since the Kickstarter, and that went down back in October of 2015. So we ran that for about a month, but some of you have been down and been following our progress and our developments back when we were called Summer Camp. And when we announced the game back in 2014, also in October, near Halloween. But there are also some new backers here and new people here that are checking out the preview cabin for Friday the 13th the game, right here, right now. So for all of you that may not know, this Friday the 13th was not always called Friday the 13th. It was a game called Slasher Volume 1 Summer Camp. And we had actually, at Gun Media, enlisted, Harry Manfredini, Tom Savini, and Kane Hodder to work with us on that title as well. And it was very similar to what we're building right now. Very, very similar. All the core gameplay, in fact, is pretty much exactly the same. So when we announced that game, we just put it out there. We had a trailer for Summer Camp, and all of a sudden, IGN picked it up, and tons of other websites started picking it up, and they were all interested in the fact that we were making a slasher game, a multiplayer slasher game. So word got out, and apparently Sean Cunningham, it caught his eye. So he reached out to Wes Kiltner at Gun Media, co-creator of the game, and well, the rest is history. Basically, he offered us the opportunity. And trust us, we know it's a huge opportunity to work with this license, to work with Friday the 13th. You know, it's a huge franchise. There's tons of movies, tons of lore, huge number of fans, amazing, amazing horror fans. So we're all fans at Gun Media and Alphonic of horror and horror films in general, especially from the 80s, and especially slasher films. So to be able to work with the actual king of all the slashers from the 80s, Jason Voorhees, and finally make a game worthy of his name. So that's what we're here doing right now. So thank you so much for coming on this journey with us, whether you started it back when it was called Summer Camp, or whether you just started at the Kickstarter, or you're picking it up right now because you heard about a gameplay reveal at E3 perhaps this year. Whatever the case, thank you so much, all of you, all of our backers, everyone that is interested in this franchise, everyone that is interested and has taken the dive to check out the preview of the cabin for Friday the 13th the game. Thank you all, and remember, always watch your back.
I'm waiting for Jason to come through the door. Oh, man. So I don't want to play these songs for too long because obviously copyright.
Alright, kind of get my radio voice on here, coming through the radio, the old 80s radio. Anyways, welcome to the Friday the 13th virtual cabin. My name is Chuck Brungart. I'm president of Alphonic. We're the development team working with Gun Media to help develop Friday the 13th, the game. Anyways, we've been really excited. It's been really kind of an awesome past couple of months. You know, we were getting ready for E3, had a lot of cool stuff we were doing at E3. You know, showing press the game. We released also the gameplay trailer as well. And yeah, it was just a good process leading up to that. A lot of hard work, a lot of time, a lot of late hours. And the team's been working real hard, just kind of getting everything going, working. And really what we did is probably about, you know, a month or so before E3, we started getting back a lot of the data from motion capture from Digital Domain. So you guys kind of saw those videos if you've been keeping up with some of the video blogs that we've been doing, or even just some of the talks at PAX. We showed kind of behind the scenes, showing Kane doing all the stunts and everything like that. And Digital Domain would basically go through their process, get all the data that we shot, and then we would request certain takes that we really liked, and then they would solve that data to basically our skeleton and provide us with the raw motion capture data that then we go through and clean up and turn them into cycles and everything like that. So really we've been spending a lot of time working on the locomotion, making sure that starts and stops happen. So when Jason starts walking, or when the counselors start walking, there's some sort of ramp up that puts them into a walking state, so it gives it a little bit of weight. And then when you let...
Alright, so we'll keep going. I know, I guess it could be a little boring. So we're going to go into Jason's room. Looks like the only other room we can get into here, so... Alright, so it looks like here's going to be the different models of Jason you're going to be able to play as, it looks like. Now remember, a lot of the stuff you see here is going to be from the actual Friday the 13th movies. So see if you guys can tell me which Friday the 13th movie that this one is from, and we'll give it a good look here. Man, I hope you're listening to this with headphones on. That is right, it is from Friday the 13th Part 2. After surviving his supposed drowning and living alone in the woods for more than 20 years, Jason emerges just in time to witness the murder of his mother, Pamela Voorhees. This event kicks off a bloody trail of revenge as Sackhead Jason decimates nearly every counselor at the Pacanac Lodge Training Center. Only the aspiring child psychologist, Jenny Field, is able to outsmart and eventually defeat Jason deep inside his dark and dilapidated lair. An epic ending for sure. But one question still remains. Where the hell is Paul? I'm just kidding. Sorry about that. Oh my gosh. I was really good. I kind of channeled the Joker there a little bit. Alright, so yep, that's from Friday the 13th Part 2. Obviously, because a lot of people probably don't even know that the original Friday the 13th did not have Jason. It was about Jason, but it was Pamela. It was his mom was the killer. Jason was a boy that drowned, and the counselors didn't pay attention and let the boy drown. That's why she went on a murderous killing streak. So I know I was channeling a little bit of the Joker there, huh? All right, and this, I would say, in my opinion, this is probably the most classic of all of the Jason looks. This is from Friday the 13th Part 3. So in Part 2, he's sackhead. He's got the sack over his head with one eye. But in Part 3, because of the the joke character, or the heavier set guy who was trying to pick up the chicks and failed miserably and whatnot, he brought in a Jason mask, and he was trying to scare people. And Jason, eventually ended up getting this mask from him. And it's, that's pretty much how this icon was made, with a mask with Jason. And I tell you, as a kid growing up in the 80s, I was born in 1983, right? So I was born probably around the time that number 3 was being made. So, this is the Jason that I grew up with. This is the one that I recognize the most familiar, to me. Yeah, so let's get up some info on this. It'd be funny if he actually comes alive for a second. That'd be hilarious. Alright, here we go. Friday the 13th, Part 3. After barely surviving his encounter with Ginny in Part 2, Jason sets his sights on a new section of Crystal Lake, Higgins Haven. Sporting the iconic hockey mask and an impressive muscular build, Jason doles out punishment in glorious 3D as he cures nearly everyone in sight. Only after being stabbed, hanged, and, struck in the head with an axe is Jason finally #defeated by heroine Chris Higgins in one of the series' best endings. Thanks to Friday the 13th Part 3, a horror icon was born that still strikes fear into the hearts of millions more than 30 years later. After August 13th, 1982, a hockey mask would never look the same again. This is fun. Alright, so as you can see, we have the other versions of Jason as well. This one is probably from Part 4 or 5. It could be, probably Part 4 or 5. Some of them are locked right now, so I'm guessing that they're going to be unlocked when you get there a little bit later. So this is probably one of everyone's favorite Jason, and the reason I say this is mostly everyone's favorite Jason. Oh shit. Mostly everyone's favorite Jason is obviously Kane Hodder. I mean, he's who is known for Jason, like all these other guys. This Jason was actually played by two different people, two stunt guys. Then you've got this guy, I believe, was a stunt guy as well. Kane Hodder's a stunt guy, but he was the one that actually took the role and made it more iconic. He starred in the most Jason films. He started in Friday the 13th Part 6. Excuse me. Hold on. No. He started in Friday the 13th, Part 7. That is the one with the girl with the telekinetic powers, so she can move things with her mind and all that kind of stuff. So he started in 7. So he did. He did 7. He did 7, 8. What was it? What was that Friday? It wasn't a Friday the 13th. Jason. So, okay, 7, then Jason Takes Manhattan, and then the one after that, which was the really weird one that was in, like, 1994, he did. And I can't even remember the name of that one. That's Jason Goes to Hell, that's right. Jason Goes to Hell. And he also did Jason X after that. So he's done, I think, a total of 4, and then someone else took it over in the newer series and stuff like that. So, but this one is specifically from... I think, yeah, this one, okay, if we look at the back, yep, this one is from Jason Takes Manhattan, and, no, wait, is it? No, this is not, this is from number 7, that's right, this is from number 7, well, I guess it kind of looks the same as Takes Manhattan would look, because if you look at the chain around his neck, that was from where Tommy in number 6 had drowned him again, like underneath the water, and he was stuck under the water or whatever. Yeah. Hopefully I'm saying that right. I think so. All right, let's read the info. Friday the 13th, Part 7, The New Blood. Drowned and chained to the bottom of Crystal Lake at the end of Friday the 13th, Part 6, Jason Lives. It's the telekinetic Tina Shepard, Part 7's final girl, that mistakenly brings Jason back to life. It's probably a little too, I say. The New Blood features several intense battle scenes, creatively brutal kills, sleeping bag shit. And memorable characters. But more importantly, this film marks the first time. I swear that sounded like someone was coming down the stairs. But more importantly, this film marks the first time Kane Hodder would step into the role of Jason Voorhees. Kane's intimidating portrayal of Jason quickly propelled him into a fan favorite, and ultimately allowed Kane to don the hockey mask for the next Trace films. We didn't actually get a chance to look at the behind here of this one. Physically, I would say the guy that played Friday the 13th Part 4, he did the best job for me physically because he was a very menacing guy. And some of the kills in Friday the 13th Part 4, the one with Crispin Glover, that dance scene is just absolutely amazing. Please watch Friday the 13th Part 4. It also has a relatively unknown kid named Corey Feldman in that one. So that was when he was getting his start. That's before Goonies and all that stuff, before he got his big start there. All right, so that's all the ones that we can actually view. I don't know when these are going to become available. All right, it said that if you stare at things long enough, that it'll zoom in, maybe able to do something. I guess we can't play it. Oh well. Like I said, there's probably a lot of Easter eggs that I'm going to be missing. That's so gruesome. Man, there's just some really cool things in this, and I'm probably not even beginning to scratch the surface. Behind me. Let's see if this zooms in or not. I hope you guys are listening to this with headphones, because I hear people walking upstairs. I hear, it's crazy. It doesn't look like this one is a zoom in one. That'd be so cool if you see these characters and then all of a sudden you look again and one of them has disappeared. I mean, that would be just amazingly cool. Let's see if we do it from this angle. It doesn't look like this is one that zooms in, I guess. It's just there. Well, that looks to be it for downstairs in Jason's room. Again, guys, I'm not even beginning to scratch the surface on some of the things that you're going to probably be able to hear or unlock, as it's a matter of like looking around this entire area and waiting a while for it to zoom in to see if it if you remember, this is the bike from that old guy in number 1 and 2, right? Where the one who says don't come into Camp Crystal Lake. I don't know if it's going to zoom in or not. Nope. Oh, do you see that? I think there might be actually a lot of different things you can uncover in this. Look at this. There's something that's lit up that wasn't lit up before. You know what that means, right? That's got to mean that if you get all of these, you unlock something special. Dude, Christine, she is amazing. Like, you should listen to her. Like, I have Christine on my
I kind of get my radio
iPhone.
sign.
She's got some amazing songs. So you didn't really get a chance to hear this last time. Maybe let's see if we can do this again. I'll let you guys hear it a little bit better, because I did do it while there was commentary going on. Oh man, this stuff just scares the crap out of me. Oh, look at that. Now look. There's 2 of them unlocked. That music is so unsettling. It is making me go crazy right now. Kudos, man. Please, guys, go out and tweet these developers and tell them you are excited for this, because look at the stuff that they're doing. It is going to be truly magnificent. I think every time you sit down, a cuckoo clock comes out. Yep, I just heard it. It's just got that 80s nostalgic feeling. It's so good. Gosh, what else can you interact with in here? Let's see if looking at the pants will do anything. Remember, this is not the actual full game. This is just a virtual behind-the-scenes look. Alright, looks like that's nothing. Officer Kurogers. Cinemime Productions. But look at the date, May 14th, 2016. I wonder what this has to do with anything. God, why does that get me every single time? Jason, I'm right here! Nope, won't let me out. Thank God, though, because I would probably shit my pants if he came out. It's surprising. I think it's a somewhat of a wasted opportunity. They could have had Jason come up to the window and like look in and then disappear. But again, they're going to be opening up more stuff that you're going to be able to look at. We'll go back into the counselor's room. Oh, there's a dartboard. Was he just trying to get in? I heard him trying to... Man, I cannot wait for this game to come out. Let's see if I look up this, if it does anything. Nope. What about the dartboard? Huh. I can't remember which Friday the 13th they were playing darts in. Let's see if we look at this. Guys, a lot of this spooks me, believe it or not. I'm not as, you know, cool-minded as you might think I am. You know, when it comes to horror movies, dude, I am so, like, the biggest scaredy cat you could ever imagine. And I love it. I love it. That's the whole point. Be afraid of horror because it makes it more interesting. I'll tell you a story, guys. And this is not with the Friday the 13th series. I've never been, like, really afraid of the Friday the 13th series. My series was Nightmare on Elm Street. So I lived in a big house growing up as a kid. And every room that we would have a TV, my sisters would play Nightmare on Elm Street, and I couldn't go anywhere without it playing, you know, the music and hearing it. What they would also do was they had the glove, the sweater, the hat, everything. And when I'd be asleep and as a little itty bitty kid, like maybe 4 or 5 years old, totally afraid, they would rise up from the foot of my bed and have the glove on, act like they're Freddy Krueger. I mean, they would scare the living crap out of me. I have 2 older sisters, and it's done something psychologically. This is some real information here. I'm not kidding about any of this. It's done something psychologically to me, where Nightmare on Elm Street is the one series that there's something. every single time I watch it, even now, me in my 30s, and I know exactly when he's coming out, I still can't help but be afraid. And that's because it's just been implanted in my mind to be scared of that. So I had so many nightmares, so many dreams, so many everything with Nightmare on Elm Street, and it sucks because I love the series so much, but I love it in a way that it's like I can never tell myself it's not real, because I literally feel, I don't know if any of you guys just have that one thing that you're afraid of, but that is, I know it's silly, but that's the one thing that I'm afraid of in this world, and it's something that's not, supposed to be real. But that's what the effect had on me as a kid growing up, is just Freddy Krueger coming in your dreams. Everybody dreamed. Oh, look at bro. That's ADD HD right there kicking in. But it's just something that, oh, hello. Do you guys hear that? I don't know if you... it was like a knocking noise or an unlocking noise. I bet you $1 million when we go back, we're going to see a new notch on that thing. I bet you have to see that board first before the notches unlock. But as I was saying, guys, Nightmare on Elm Street is... that is like, the one series that just totally freaks me out. Let's see if staring at the fire here. Yeah, I was definitely not expecting that. So, because of that, Nightmare on Elm Street is something that I'm very intrigued with. So I have all the movies. I'll watch them every now and then, but I can't watch them alone, and it's a very unique experience. Yeah. So that's a little bit, diving into my past a little. I like it when you guys get to know me a little bit more. Shed some of my skin. So I remember the canoes, and there's been lots of them that have had the canoes in. The one that sticks out to me the most is Friday the 13th Part 4, where the female actor who was in Weird Science, she had the dark hair in Weird Science. She was also the female actress in one of my favorite all-time movies of the 80s, American Ninja. She was killed by she was sitting like in one of these things in the lake, right? And that's how she dies. He jumps up and gets her. Now, see, that's what I think is a missed opportunity here. I think since they have the Friday the 13th name, it would have been great if you were able to play as the characters from the movies, the counselors themselves, the main like hero counselors, right? Like Jenny and Tina and, those ones, right? I think if you were able to play as those instead of generic looking counselors. Now, this one looks actually familiar. She looks like, I don't think so, but she does kind of look like one of the counselors from number 6. But I don't think it's the I don't think it's that one. It's hard to say. There's nothing that tells you what you can zoom in on and what you can't, unfortunately. Or else I would figure it out. But let's see if that notch actually unlocked. Sheesh. Yes, it did. Look, 3. So there's still something else. You know what it is? I bet you it's the mask. Because we did the mask first. I bet you it's the mask. So I guess you have to look at that thing before this, before you do it.
Jason. My special, special boy. Killed for mother.
I didn't hear an unlock though, so I don't know. Nope, wasn't the mask. Maybe it's from another room that we're not able to get into just yet. Do you want to try the book thing again? Maybe it's the book one. We'll try the book one more time. Oh, I'm so afraid of turning corners in video games. I mean, it's no joke. Like, sometimes I refuse to turn around. Like, I'll walk backwards before I'll turn around. Because usually turning around is always when a scripted something will happen. Oh yeah, I definitely enjoyed No Man's Sky, guys. Go check out that game. It was I loved it so far. I can definitely see where it gets repetitive, but did I miss one? Or maybe because I already did it. Alright, so nothing there. I am not wearing the Oculus Rift. I don't know if this is going to be VR or not. Yes, Mike, that is a Evil Dead reference. The Necromonicon or whatever that book is. I can't. The Book of the Dead. That's how you know Jason's coming. You hear that first. I mean, if it looks half as decent, how could Jason be opening up the door if he's over there? They got their timings wrong there. Yeah, this would be totally scary on Oculus. Can we sit down in this chair? Again, you have to kind of just walk around and see what you can interact with. And what you can't. Again, there are still lots of rooms that have yet to be unlocked. Like the kitchen, that's one. Two, the bathroom. The conservatory and the item room. Once those are unlocked, I'm sure we'll be able to unlock a lot more things. But as you can see, we've got 3. We haven't been able to find a 4th one. I don't know exactly where it would be. Maybe it's in one of these rooms. Maybe you're not supposed to get it just yet. What? Watch the Five Nights at Freddy thing come up or something. Alright, let's try the piano again, maybe. Man, he just keeps it coming. Yeah, guys, so I don't see anything else here. I know that there's more, and I probably will look it up on YouTube or something like that so I could maybe do another video of showing you guys some other cool Easter eggs and stuff like that. Again, this thing has been out for a while, so... But yep, I just wanted to show off something. Nice relaxed stream for today. Thank you guys. I can't believe we've got 330 people in here watching. Okay, if you don't know how to get this, it's very easy. All you got to do is go to Friday the 13th game main webpage. And there's two options. You can either pre-order the game or you can get this virtual cabin. Again, this money helps the developers come. This is an indie developer, very small team, just like No Man's Sky, but they don't have the backing. Excuse me, they don't have the backing of Sony. So, if I'm not mistaken, Adam Sessler is a big part of this. They've gotten all of the main people from Friday the 13th. You know, Kane Hodder, Sean Cunningham, the original guy who came up with Friday the 13th. So if you want to check it out and see how fun it is, obviously playing it and walking around yourself, there's going to be more unlocked stuff. I don't know if I'll do another video for this or not, but if there is more stuff that unlocks finally, I will probably do a video so we can go into some new rooms and see some new stuff. But again, guys, thank you so much for watching. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Thank you for the nice, relaxed stream, and I will, of course, see you guys soon. Peace out, bitches.